So from that moment on, I never read any more press.
Welcome back in Berlin.
Yeah.
You saw us when you promoted The Martian.
Yeah.
When I see The Martian, I see a man who wants to come back home, who's ready to do everything and, to quote the film, to science the shit out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you explain what is this movie about?
Oh, well, it's an evolution of where we got to in Prometheus, because I never thought that the following three of the original aliens ever answered the question, who and why? Why would you develop such a thing? For what reason? And how on earth did it end up on a planet with a person who clearly was dead in the seat that they called the space jockey? No one ever answered the question. I was sitting there and waiting for it, never happened. So it seemed to be sitting there waiting to be answered. So that's how I went back to Fox saying, listen, you can resurrect this. That's how you begin with Prometheus. And then you follow through with where we are right now. This is evolving.
Can you remember the first days in 1979 when you started Alien, and did it felt like homecoming doing this Alien movie?
No. I've done too many movies in the meantime. No, I never. I treat each movie as an absolutely independent surgery. And the prep in it is everything. The most difficult thing to do is get it on paper. So I spend a lot of time deciding what I'm going to do, and then, of course, finding that's with a good writer, because I can write, but I tend to be more the big idea. Mm-hmm. So there's a big idea in this, of course, that can be put down, and I'll give my time to writers to get it in process. Getting it on paper is the hardest thing to do. Once I've got it on paper, making the movies easy.
What would you teach a robot like David if you are in charge?
How to write screenplays.
And we have a section in our show where we ask about the biggest failure in your film history and how you dealt with it.
I've got no regrets. None. No regrets. I remember doing my first 4 movies, The Duelists, got a prize at Cannes.
So pretty good.
Not bad. Alien #2, Blade Runner, no one understood it. I was ahead of the game. And so we've just remade it this last year. We've done a sequel this last year. Legend is still playing on the internet. And somebody said to me after that, oh, you've just done 2 failures. Why don't you do a film about normal people? So I was going, okay, well, I thought I did pretty good. What I learned out of those first 4 movies, where 3 were not successful, and the one that was, is the only important person in all your audience is you. You have to decide what you thought of what you just did. If you want to call it art, if you want to take your art form seriously, you have to be your own critic, no one else. So from that moment on, I never read any more press. Pauline Kael killed me in 3 pages on Blade Runner. 3 pages of destruction. And I was so shocked. She even attacked me personally, what I looked like. And I was so shocked, I never read press again. I always tell somebody, if you're in the business, you're an actor, never read press, ever. You got to know what you did and who you and what you think of it. That's the most important thing.
In 1979, you didn't have so much CGI. Now you use it a lot.
Yeah.
What will always be the same in making movies, and what changed for you?
Making actor performance filming, that's going to be the same, whether it's photocam or digital. The evolution, if you're doing films which don't require special effects, like what would be recently, if they don't require special effects, it hasn't changed. But as soon as you need special effects or digital effects, yeah, you've got to, there's no question the world of now and then is much easier.
How would you explain David, the robot? Why is it important to make movies? And what is the art of making movies?
Well, making movies is a bizarre thing. I think if a spaceship landed just off a little town in Texas and they walked in town about 9:30 in the evening, the town was quiet. There's this little building with flashing lights and photographs outside. So the aliens walk in the back and they sit in the back row and they watch human beings watching themselves enact life on a screen. They think, this is crazy. Why do they do this? So I don't know.
Thank you very much. Good to see you again.